So hello guys and welcome back to our channel. I hope you guys enjoyed your time as much as I did and you are as excited as I am for the start of this 2021 Formula 1 season. Now before coming on to the main topic of this video, let's talk about the winter testing and Drive to Survive in short, as I missed covering those topics. So talking about winter testing, it had some mixed reactions with Mercedes sandbagging and people considering Red Bull as title favourites. But to all those who are making assumptions just after watching the pre-season testing should understand that it was pre-season testing and teams come there to test their cars and find their limitations so that they can fix it before the season starts. So to all those who are making assumptions and telling that Red Bull are title favourites should
Shut up!
yeah. So having my short review on Drive to Survive Season 3, I loved it. Okay, kind of. Yeah. So see, it was good. It was better than Season 2, but it was not as good as Season 1. This season, the things that were good were really good and the things that were bad were really bad. And the most disappointing thing about this season was they focused on some really unnecessary stuff like the fake drama between teammates in McLaren, and they missed out on some really interesting stuff like George Russell's drive in Mercedes and the return of Nico Hülkenberg as a substitute. And they missed some really entertaining races in the form of Tuscany and Turkey as well. So now before coming on to the main topic of this video, let's roll this short intro. Now almost all major Formula 1 YouTubers made their videos on their 2021 predictions, and I don't think that I need to talk about that all over again. And almost everyone who watched the winter testing has a fair idea about how teams are looking this year. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore, but the topic that I've chosen for this video is possible teammate friction that we can see in this 2021 Formula 1 season. Now we had some remarkable teammate friction in the history of this sport, with the last one being the epic teammate friction that we saw between Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. And if we talk about some past Formula 1 seasons, then the one that really stood out for me was between Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon. We saw this teammate friction in 2017 and 2018 when they both used to race for Force India, but now both the team and the rivalry didn't exist anymore. The Force India teammate friction was the last one that I remember watching. We saw some friction between Sebastian Vettel and Charles Leclerc as well, but it was not that major and it was not a proper teammate rivalry as such. But this year we can finally see some major teammate friction that can take place, as there were some major changes in the driver market this season and we got some really volatile teammate pairings at some teams. So I will be telling you about them one by one, and let's start with Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso at Alpine. Okay, now both these drivers have a history of having a bad relationship with their teammates, and Fernando is not an ideal teammate at all, as it can be really frustrating to have him around when you are racing alongside him in an identical car. But similar things can be said about Esteban Ocon, as he is not someone who comes across as a likable guy in this Formula 1 community, and he is considered more or less as an outsider. See, I absolutely love Esteban Ocon. I respect his journey more than anything, and I want this guy to do better. But he has a similar history of not getting along with his teammates, and I already told you about that before in this video. And moreover, Esteban Ocon had a bad 2020 season and he will be looking to bounce back. And considering the fact that Esteban Ocon knows that car better than Alonso, and he's someone who got his position at risk and who actually benefits from teammate friction, should come along ahead. But only time will tell what lies ahead. So coming on to our next possible teammate friction that we can see this year is Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen. So both Sergio Perez and Max Verstappen are in the top form, and they both are probably in the best form of their careers. And this can be the reason to see some teammate friction at Red Bull this year. Sergio believes that this is the best opportunity for him to prove himself worthy, as he is in a car which can actually challenge for title this year. And Sergio is someone who has an extreme driving style and who can push a car to its absolute limits. And all of us know by now that Max is the chosen star for Red Bull, and they will treat Max as their number one driver. But there is a fact that Max was driving with absolutely zero pressure from his teammate over the last 2 years, as the second driver seat at Red Bull was not stable, and whoever took that seat struggled big time. But the same cannot be said about Sergio Perez. He will be pushing Max all the way through, and there will be occasions where he will get asked to swap positions and let Max pass. But I don't think Sergio will do it, and he will continue racing. And when situations like this arise, this is what happens. So those were the two main rivalries or teammate friction that we can see this year. And thank you for watching. We'll meet again in our review of the Bahrain Grand Prix in the next edition of IKNO F1. Till then, bye, and hope you will enjoy your weekend watching the season opener. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.